Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 19th March 2025. Aries, check and double check any information that comes your way today because there's deception and discontent in the air, which is an unfortunate combination under any circumstance. Research before you judge. Gossip is likely to fly around the office. Run for cover when necessary. You don't want to get involved in this particular round of office politics. Taurus, don't take your bank or portfolio statement at face value today. Financial errors are likely. Someone may want to see things from his or her viewpoint, which may not be based on fact. Check and double check important figures that cross your desk. You're the only one you can trust to truly work in your best interest. It's time to put your mind to use and work on your own behalf. Gemini, you won't feel particularly social today. Gemini, you'd be happiest at home with a good book, a good meal, and no contact with the outside world. At last, such solitude isn't always possible. You may have to balance your need for isolation with obligations to colleagues. Part of your grumpiness might be due to physical imbalance. Make it an early night and you will wake tomorrow with a new attitude. Cancer, all isn't quiet at home today. There's tension in the air and you can't shake the feeling that someone is lying. You're a peacemaker by nature, so your inclination is to suppress your suspicions. In this instance, your insights are right. The person withholding information is doing it for your own good and will come to you once the situation has been resolved. You can all laugh about it then. Leo, it's strange how past incidents can still cause such pain in the present. Today you may feel overwhelmed by memories of a particularly traumatic incident. No one is more surprised than you by your reaction. You felt sure that you would address this issue and put it behind you. Apparently there's still work to be done. Virgo, it's apparent that something underhanded and unethical is occurring at your job today. Co-workers could try to manipulate situations and take advantage of proprietary information to use to their own benefit. Stay clear from office politics and refrain from participating in any gossip. Trust your instincts. You know who can and who can't be trusted. Libra, don't trust anyone today, not even people you consider friends. There are indications of deception all around, especially at work. Someone may be keeping something from you or even manipulating information to his or her own advantage. Be sure to check the facts of any situation. Don't take anyone's word for anything. This is a good day to take your own advice rather than someone else's. Scorpio, don't trust anything related to money or contracts today. This isn't a good day to enter into any kind of contract, whether it's starting an investment program, negotiating a salary, or changing banks. There's a lot of miscommunication and misunderstanding in the air. You may think you understand what you're signing, but you may not. Save legal and financial matters for another day. Sagittarius, this isn't the day for contracts or legal work of any kind. You may think you understand everything about a document, but it's likely that you don't. The atmosphere is ripe for misinformation and misunderstanding. You will be well served today if you keep it to yourself and do your work carefully and systematically. The legal documents can wait for another day. Capricorn, trust your instincts regarding anyone you meet today. There are unethical people around you and one of them may enter your circle. Entering into legal contracts of business or personal partnerships of any kind is absolutely out of the question. Don't even go to renew your driver's license as you're likely to fail the eye exam. Stay home and save contracts and bureaucracy for another day. Aquarius, if you wake up this morning and feel glued to the bed, perhaps that's where you should spend the day. You've been working hard and long these past few weeks. It only makes sense that your body would rebel eventually. This is a day for rest and relaxation. The office will survive without you. Call in sick and then turn off the phone. You're likely to sleep better than you have in a long time. Pisces, pay attention today. There may be some unethical behavior occurring at work and it could trigger some long-buried anger. You may have difficulty keeping your emotions in check, but you need to. Honest communication is the only way you can get through the day. Once you've calmed down, you might want to approach the person who's behaving irresponsibly. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 19th March 2025. Do have yourself a great day.
Morning, guys. It is Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday it is, and I am Maureen, and I'm in your company this morning of course, that's the time where we wake you up, try to get you in the right frame of mind, try to inspire you in some way through the features that we bring. But obviously, we must start by finding out what's happening in and around us. Let's go over to your news desk to find out.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polio. An adult male lost his life Monday in tragic circumstances while pruning a tree. A co-worker and family of the deceased remember him as a hard-working and jovial man with a bright future. He was preparing to join his siblings in England.
The tree it have a V-shape where he sat down, and the last piece when he tried to cut it down, instead of it lap, it slide down and the end of it knock him at his back. That's what happens to him. Yeah, that's it. Afterward, I called my boss man to call the ambulance. 15 minutes after the ambulance arrived on scene, and then they check on him. They didn't get no pulse, so they had to call to a doctor or whatnot. Ambulance came, take him to the hospital.
In other news, 2 students of the SDA Academy are hospitalized, and a similar number suffered minor injuries after being struck by a dislodged tire from an Amalco truck at Sunny Acres. Monday afternoon's incident occurred while the victims were waiting for transportation on a bus stop near the Gablewoods Mall.
Well, we are very deeply saddened by the unfortunate incident involving our students. Since as a school, the safety and the well-being of our students, is really a top priority. So we were very shaken by the unfortunate news. But we are thankful for the prompt response, not only from the students and teachers of the school who arrive on the scene, very, very quickly, but also the ambulance and the medical personnel, and the care and the treatment that it provided so quickly.
Finally, from us this morning, there isn't any list. That was the message from a U.S. State Department spokesperson when questioned about an alleged draft list of proposed countries to face a United States travel ban. She, however, indicated that a review is ongoing. The New York Times and Reuters over the weekend reported the story, with multiple international media outlets reproducing it. The content which indicated that the Trump administration is considering targeting the citizens of as many as 43 countries. The proposal also includes a draft yellow list of 22 countries, which include St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Antigua and Barbuda, that will be given 60 days to clear up perceived deficiencies, with a threat of being moved onto one of the other lists if they did not comply. Here is the U.S. State Department spokesperson responding to a question posed about Afghanistan being on the proposed red list.
First of all, there is no list. What people are looking at over these last several days is not a list that exists here that is being acted on. There is a review, as we know through the President's executive order, for us to look at the nature of what's going to help keep America safer in dealing with the issue of visas and who's allowed into the country. But what has been touted as something that is an item through the State Department, it just simply isn't the case. So the premise, I have to say, I certainly can't speak to because it's not accurate. When it comes to the nature of Afghanistan and those who have helped us, the arrangements we've made already in the past, getting as many people from that conflict here, certainly those who have assisted us and worked with us, that's been a policy and a dynamic that we've worked on from certainly even the previous administration, right, working to try to get that happening. So that's not something that is certainly I can talk about regarding something that doesn't exist, but certainly when that review is done, we'll have something that we can discuss.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierce said on Monday that the government had received no official communication on the matter. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Thanks, Newsroom. We take a break. We're coming right back. we introduced you recently to Hanna Fitz, and there was reason, or what they say, there's method to the madness. There was actually method to, it's not madness, but there was method to it. The reason why we thought it was necessary to give you insight on Hanna is now to introduce what Hanna is about to bring to the shores of St. Lucia. She's bringing a conference here. And she's bringing in two amazing experts. She's going to be joining them. So that'll be three amazing experts right here that you can utilize. I mean, we're talking persons like Yvette Noel Shaw. Do you know who that is? Well, I'm excited. That's publicist. You know, when you talk about publicist, that is publicist, you know, and she's a Grenadian. She's of Grenadian background, and she's a publicist for Beyonce and Prince and these people, so many big stars. And she's going to bring in the wealth and experience of these people right here for a conference. And I know you want the information, so here it is. I have the privilege of sitting here with an international brand strategist and the founder of Cultured Life. Yes. This is Hanna Fitz, and this is one of your own, St. Lucia. She is a daughter of the soil. Hanna, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's so great to be here with you and to be able to have this conversation today. I'm really looking forward to it.
I thought it was long in the making. I was wondering when you're going to bring some of that expertise back to the homeland, you know. So I am very honored that we are talking about this awesome seminar that you're about to undertake here in St. Lucia. Tell me about it.
So the Brand Your Leadership is a seminar that I have brought together two high-level experts from different markets. So one from the United States / Caribbean, Yvette Noel Shaw. She is a daughter of the Caribbean who's done incredibly well in the entertainment industry. She's best known as the Baykeeper. She has really been with Beyonce from almost the start of her career to what it is now in terms of nurturing her public image and building her media personality. And so Yvette is a master. She's known as one of the most powerful global publicists in the world. And I think she's more than a publicist, you know. She's a storyteller. She understands how to build brand narratives through story, through the media. And she's built an incredible contact base, getting Beyonce on magazines like Time, Fortune, you name it. So she understands the whole network. And it's an incredible opportunity that not only is she coming to this event to speak, but also that we have decided to keep the event small. So a maximum of 40 people, because I travel a lot for personal development and professional growth. And you go to these conferences, it's usually 500, 5,000 people. You get to watch the expert from afar, and, you know, sometimes you're in the back of the room, you never get feedback. And so I really wanted the session to be interactive. I wanted it to be of high value. It's not just coming to listen to people speak. It's a very practical workshop in helping professionals in St. Lucia elevate their personal brand and how they're putting themselves out there, how they're positioning their leadership. And one of the things that I say is that very much we've thought about leadership as, you know, maybe managing people or commanding attention or building authority. And really, this is about how do you build connection, because this is the next level of leadership and brand building. I also have another incredible expert coming. His name is Stefan Gutmann, and he built his practice in Berlin, in Germany, and has worked with 100 of the world's global brands from BMW, Mercedes, Swarovski, Ferrero Rocher, you name it. He has done film direction and executive producer for their advertising. And so he's very much an image curator and will bring the expertise of how do you develop the image. My own role in the seminar is I'm concerned with the things that you don't see. So Yvette and Stefan are very much the ones who develop the stories. Mm-hmm. My role is to understand what is the story we're going to tell. Oh. And I've developed a proprietary system. It's called the Brand It Factor, and it is really based on the work of Dr. Carl Jung, a Swiss analytical psychologist who was a contemporary of Sigmund Freud. And what he understood is that inside of our psyche lives these archetypes. And these archetypes actually influence how we make choices, how we see the world, how we lead, how we express ourselves. Why does one person prefer the color blue over the color yellow or whatever? Our natural gravitations. Why do we use certain words when we speak? And after working with many clients over the years, I can almost hear someone's blueprint through the way they're expressing themselves. And so everyone attending this event will do an assessment. They get a report, and that tells them about their the psychological archetypes that are inside of them, and how do they use that to build more authentic connections, to build their personal brand, how they're showing up, how they're communicating. And now you get to take all those stories with the incredible global experts that will be there to build a stronger presence.
Oh my goodness, what a complete session you've put together there. Who should attend? I mean, because you keeping the numbers small, so we really need to tap in now who should be there, so that they can definitely grab onto that opportunity and ensure that they're part of that 40.
So the event is really tailored for anyone in leadership. So we're talking about CEOs, experts, C-suite executives, and people who also find themselves in roles that require them to also have a public presence as well. I think before, when you were in a company and you had a management position, you were leading the company. But now we see that very often internationally, companies understand that it's people who build brands and not products. And so when you put your people in front of the media, how are they showing up? When you put them in front of employees to lead and motivate those employees, how do they navigate those positions that require them to be speakers, experts, and also media personalities as well? And so it's really important that companies, especially in the Caribbean, begin to get into this framework of positioning employees as thought leaders. Because the more your employees can show up in an expert capacity, the stronger people feel a connection to your offer, because they know, hey, Jane works with this company and the expertise that she brings, we know this company is solid. So it's no longer just about the product being solid, but the people being part of the narrative that you tell about your company.
That is exciting. How can we sign up? Where can we go? When is the seminar? Where would it be? Give us all the details now, because we're excited now.
Yeah, so we have an early bird special going on until the 12th of March. You guys could get in touch, anyone who wants to get on with me. And once you go on the website, it's www.culturedlife.org and BYL. So it's culturedlife.org/BYL. And if you go on the main website, culturedlife.org, you can go on the events and you'll find the seminar as well. The event is happening at the Landings. It's the 16th and 17th of April. Yes.
Wonderful. What kind of contribution are we talking about for that level of expertise?
So again, we have various price packages available depending on how you're coming, like if you're bringing a team or if you're coming individually. And so the prices range. And so it's about, we have special offers even for small businesses. And that's why I encourage you, if you go on, that you email. My email is Hanna@culturedlife.org, and we will be able to find a package suitable for you and your teams. But the prices are on there. It starts at $115 US. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, Hanna, we are looking forward to that. Certainly looking forward to, this is quite a powerhouse of a team that you've brought together, the real experts, and I think anybody who attends this, you're in for something good, because these are two people that I'm aware of who they are and you say. Of course. Yvette is the best. I mean, you brought in the best. And there's so much that could happen with Yvette just being on this platform. Absolutely. Yeah, St. Lucia could benefit well from Yvette. I'm telling you this now. Well, we're looking forward to that. Maybe we'll do a follow-up to see how it all went down.
Absolutely. Well, you'll be there to see how it all went down.
Certainly we will. Thanks, Hanna. All the best.
Thank you.
And up next, Silver Shadow Dance Academy. Barry and his team is trying to make something happen. Now, this gentleman is always up to something, but good things, eh? So he's now on a mission, trying to get at least 40 of his dancers to go on over to Jamaica this coming summer, to a dance workshop. And I think we can help them to make it happen. Now, let's listen to the story, and then we're going to decide how it is that we can make it a reality. I'm here with Barry George, yes? And we are talking Silver Shadows because, of course, that's the man baby in the first place. So, whenever you get an opportunity to rope Barry in, it might be in a different settings, but you can't leave out Silver Shadow because there's always something happening. Right. Now, Barry, you at it again.
Yes, yes.
What's going on with Silver Shadows?
Okay, well, this year we have ventured into a big training development project.
Wow.
Where this year we actually raising funds to send at least 40 of our students to the prestigious Edna Manley College of Jamaica School of Arts for the summer to do a whole month of training dance. So for the whole of this year, so we've been actively raising funds so we can set the train off. Of course, we do have some of the support from creative industries who have agreed to support the Ministry of Youth and Sports as well. And we have the CDF who has endorsed this as well. Wow. So from since then, we've been basically doing a lot of fundraising. We have some of the private sectors who giving us gifts and prizes, for our raffles. So we're doing things like raffles and cake sales and all those sort of things. And of course, this weekend we're doing a benefit dance concert on Saturday and Sunday.
Where?
At the Cultural Center.
Okay, so 2 days.
Yes,
for
2 days. Yeah.
What is the cover charge? What are we looking at?
We have fees. The fees like 15, 20, and 40. So of course, 15 for children, 20 for the teens, and the adults is 40. Right. We have 2 separate shows on each day. So the first on the Saturday is more of a folk and Caribbean show, and of course on the Saturdays more of a fun with all our kids and everybody, entire company together. And of course, we're trying to raise funds to at least train our young individuals. That is again part of our plan to inspire our young dancers, to bring them a place where there is professional dancers. They get in an environment of nice large stages and so on. The certificate that they get is a very solid certificate out of that workshop they can use and utilize as well. We're trying to empower them and inspire them. So when they come here, they get some training, they have more focus. Most of our secondary students do theater as a CSEC subject, and of course, most of them do dance as a practical. So of course, all that would assist them in strengthening them and developing their skills and talents. So we ambitiously working on that, and we're looking forward for that to happen.
I like the word ambitiously because that's what it is.
Yeah,
ambition.
It's a very big project.
It's a big project. That's what I'm saying. How are the kids feeling about it? Do you already know who?
Yes. Of course, the kids are so excited. They know that this year they have to sacrifice something. Imagine they have to sacrifice the carnival. So they can't do junior carnival, they can't do nothing. So they have to sacrifice all of that, and they understand the sacrifice for it, and they're excited about it. But of course, I want to make a plea to the private sector that we wrote letters to keep on assist. If they can assist us, we're looking for all the help, everything tangible that they can help us with it, because we bent on really helping ourselves. We really we have a parents committee, a very vibrant and energetic parents committee to have take the charge, to make sure that happening. Right. So we're really helping ourselves. So we're asking you to give us the strength to help ourselves so we can make it happen.
Right. Is there a cutoff date for donations for persons to?
Well, we are scheduled to leave by the end of June. Right. So between now and that time, any form of donation that we can get is appreciated. Of course, Sunday's event we want to stream live it, so we can get online donations as well, if that kind of thing, and so on. So we're hoping that we can do it. Again, we are just asking the support and to ensure these kids benefit out of that training.
Absolutely. We're helping ourselves. Help ourselves. I like the approach. And I mean, we've not been disappointed, Barry. We understand.
Yes,
we really do understand. And when initiative like that come out, to see you pouring back into these children
of course.
Our only response is to meet them halfway, and I think we can do that.
Yes.
I think we will do that.
Thanks. Yes,
absolutely. Thank you, Barry.
Yes.
Big up Silver Shadow, and 40 of our students going to Jamaica. We're not asking you, we're sending them. Absolutely. That look like a dog kennel. I don't know what a dog kennel look like, but it does look like we just put dogs in cage. Now, there's reason for this as well. Recently, we had reason. We were called into the Montessori school because there was a group of students who, for their CPEA project, is undertaken these stray dogs. So that's the topic, that's the theme, that's what they're working with. And boys, these children are complete. These children are doing proper work. That, to me, that's not children working. When you look at the inside that goes into that, they have the infomercial, you know, when you speak to them, the knowledge that they continue to gain within, covering the subject. I think it's amazing. Now, you don't take my word for it. I had to sit down with them. So take a look at that conversation and then you'll understand exactly what we are talking about.
In St. Lucia, thousands of dogs are abandoned every year, left to roam the streets, fight for survival, and face illness and injury, with an estimated 6,000 to 8,000 stray dogs on the island.
We're here at the Montessori school and we're here with a group of students who are getting set for their CPEA. We formally know it as the Common Entrance Exam, but they've done some tweaking to it. So it now includes a component almost like an SPEA project. And these young ones have decided to take on for their CPEA quite a noble project. And I am impressed and I just wanted to find out more about it. And, I got four of them here with me. We start with my good friend over here. What's your name?
My name is Dylan Corcoran.
All right, Dylan. What's yours?
My name is Maya Andrew.
Maya, Dylan, Maya.
Gia Arthurs.
Gia.
Arthurs.
Gia. So we're going with Gia.
My name is Tyler Dantes.
Tyler. So Tyler, Gia, Maya, and Dylan. So these four young students have decided to take on. Who's going to tell me what the project is about?
Our project is about dog abandonment and the reason why dogs are being abandoned at the Pigeon Point area.
So you identified that this is an issue here.
Yes, it's very much an issue, and we were hoping to investigate about it, why dogs are being abandoned, and what the members of the Grocery community can do to help slow down, stop, spread awareness.
Wow. So how far are we along with this now? We've gone to the community, we've checked it out, we've spoken to people within the vicinity?
Yes, we have. We went to the SLAP center. And we saw a couple dogs. We saw spaying and neutering happen, and we were planning to do an infomercial, and we've done a few posters about dog abandonment.
Right. So what's the next move now, Ty?
So now we're trying to sensitize more people about dog abandonment, and we're also trying to prevent and slow down dog abandonment by sensitizing people about spaying and neutering, and donating to the St. Lucia Animal Protection Society SLAPs, which will help them get the special materials that they need, the equipment to spay and neuter dogs.
Right. Oh, this is complete. What's your thought on all of this, my boy?
So my thought is that I like the project. Yeah. It's a very good project. And I think that more people should know and more people should care about the dogs, because I feel like that some people don't care, like they don't think of them. Yeah. And I feel like that more people should care. Yes. So I'm making posters like to spread awareness. So I might print them out and put them like in a few places, like popular places, to spread awareness.
I like this. Come on now. Give it up for this young champs here. This is definitely a big thing. Now, you're doing this for the project, but I can feel your personal attachment to this. You guys are passionate about this.
Yes, we are.
What has the communities been like? When have you been liaising with them, people within the vicinity? What has been their response? How do they feel about the project?
Well, we did a questionnaire with the Grocery members, and we found out that most of them see dog abandonment, and it is an issue to most of them. They are not necessarily willing to donate their time, but money to help get the equipment and tools that they need to spay and neuter. Right. We also went to SLAPs to find out some of the reasons why dogs are being abandoned and the adoption process there. So we hope to make the infomercial and create more posters and put them in places so that people learn awareness about it.
All of the information will be readily available by a group of brilliant young stars who started a project that they now become part of that could change the entire community and the country. Are you realizing this? This is big, This is huge. I am proud of you guys. Now, what do you want? Now, you have the audience of because that's grocery. Yes, you might have taken on that, but there is a wider problem with this. So, what do you want to share with the viewers concerning this?
I would like to say, if you are adopting a dog, please remember that you have to keep the dog with you. Like, don't abandon it, whether it be old or landlord has issues. You may want to get rid of it, but please do not. Please adopt dogs, or at least tell SLAPS about the awareness. We are hoping to stop dog abandonment or cut it down completely. Manuela, one of the workers at SLAPS, mentioned spaying and neutering of the dogs and how it can stop them from reproducing and growing the population. So we're hoping to make posters about it and spread the awareness.
Wonderful. Anything you want to leave with them?
And also, we hope that they will donate so that they can get the equipment that they need to, and also they can also donate for food for the dogs, pet food, and spaying and neutering will prevent the stray population from growing, so that they won't have more dogs that can suffer on the streets.
And what about you? What you want to say to them?
I just want to say that if you don't want a dog anymore, then don't just throw it on the side of the road, throw it out of your car window. If you have family members that want a dog or are willing to take in your dog, you can give it to them. You can find out if anybody in your community wants to have a dog, so you can give the dog to them if they're okay with it. But just don't throw dogs away just because you don't want them anymore.
I like that. What about you?
So, all the opinions that they have said, I also agree. But a big point for me is that dogs have feelings too, so they need to be cared for.
I totally agree. And on that note, we're supporting these youths. Let me tell you, this is going to move from here, and we're taking this to the entire St. Lucian populace. We need to get this done. But I believe in, yes, you can.
May I also expand on something what Tyler said? He mentioned adopting, but if you don't necessarily want a long-term dog, you may foster different dogs at the SLAP Center, because they're overrun with dogs. They have almost 140. So you can foster a dog, which is like short-term care, and then you can give it to someone else until they find their forever home. So SLAPS is in need of fosters and people willing to take in the dogs.
Okay.
So we're looking for that as well.
Wow. Complete. They're getting an A++++ on that. I'm not asking you, but that project, that whole mission, that whole drive is definitely a noble one, and definitely one that's going to affect us moving forward positively. I am proud of you guys. Thank you. You know, recently I do that a lot. I reminisce and go through my head a little, and I was thinking, there's actually two profound truths about listening. The first one is listening. Well, one of the greatest power a person can have is the ability to listen. I mean, really listen. And secondly, if you listen to a person long enough, they begin to tell on themselves. I don't know why this thing pop up in my head, but they did. Trust me, I know why it popped up in my head. I ain't nothing simple. But speaking of, you know how long I always want to sit down on that little bridge here right outside the office? Well, I get the opportunity to do so now. I think I'm going to spend some time here. If you're passing by the San Souci area, you see me on the little bridge, just say hi. It'd be nice just to say hi to you today. Have a great day, guys. Go on out and be good to yourselves first. You must be good to yourself first. Right? And once you've mastered the art of that, then you definitely become a breeze, and it becomes second nature to be good to everybody that you meet. Think about that. Have a nice day.